Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from tinahills.com, and this video is about an Taurus ascendant, an Aries moon, and a Gemini sun. Alright, so you have your ascendant degree in fixed earth, and the ascendant is the degree of the zodiac rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth. And the sign upon which it falls is your rising sign. For you, this is Taurus, and Taurus is fixed earth. She is nocturnal, womb energy. She is cold and dry. And her ruler is Venus, exoterically. And her soul ruler is Vulcan, who happens to be the husband of Aphrodite, the goldsmith of the gods, who shapes souls before they move on in that upward spiral towards an evolutionary impulse. Okay, now Taurus is the archetype of the builder, and it is all about rooting deep. Taurus likes functionality, Taurus likes substance. Now Uranus has moved into Taurus after 84 odd years, and I'm really sure that you Taurians have already felt it, and quite heavily, because Uranus brings electrical storms. Now, when I think of electrical storms, Uranus and Taurus, I think of how oak trees root deeper when there are dangerous storms coming, because they have this survival instinct, and they want to root deeper and deeper. And that's what's happening to you, Taurus. You're rooting deeper into the matrix, into figuring out your very own truth. Okay. Now, Taurus, you like stability, and you like substance. You don't like things that are, mindless, pointless. You're very tactile, very oriented to touch, smell, taste. Taurus not only deals with the physical body, it deals with food and agriculture. Okay, and of course, beauty and finances and the banking system. So, your first house is Taurus, and this first house, the ascendant rising, it's your physical body. Okay, the ascendant is your physical body. It's how the world perceives you, how you gesticulate. Okay, having a Venus ruled ascendant means you're very beautiful, definitely very attractive. Moon is exalted, yes, you're very, that sensually feminine, beautiful. Even if you're a man, you have beauty within you, and the feminine is very beautiful within you. Okay, and you like food. You cannot lose weight. This is oftentimes a real issue with Taurians, but you have the Gemini sun there and the Aries moon there, so I'm hoping it'll be better than, say, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Okay, so it's you've got that air and fire. I'll get to that. Now, you can invoke Venus. If you have a very difficult Venus, your ascendant, your karma is obviously going to be difficult, because she's the lady of your ascendant, ruler of your ascendant. So seeing the positioning of Venus is the key to everything. Okay, Venus is saying your 6th house, and Taurus rules the throat and the thyroid. Okay, say Venus is conjunct Mars in the 6th, on the cusp of the 6th. So you could have problems with your throat and complications, but you're a very good orator. And possibly with the Taurus ascendant, you have a very beautiful voice, very soulful way of communicating. People listen to you when you talk. You may even sing. Very fertile energy, Taurus, fecund womb energy, nurturing like Cancer, When I think of Cancer and Taurus, are like really beautiful places to find comfort in love and food, of course, right? And I love to give gifts, Taurus ascendant, you love to give gifts, you love to receive gifts. And if you get into a relationship, you don't like to get out of it, even if it's not working for you, because you are there for the long haul. You want to stay committed and you want to be there for the long haul, okay? Sometimes that can work to your detriment because you just don't know when to say no. Okay, it's done, it's expired, I need to move on. You're so fixed. You can be quite stubborn because the bull is stubborn, and the bull sees red, which literally translates to rage. And within the 12th house, Aries moon, rage could be a part of your person, your personality. Sometimes the Taurus ascendant, the women, they want to find someone with whom they can root. And the men want to rescue this damsel in distress and help them root. So, this damsel in distress trope works very well for Taurus ascendants. But don't get into a relationship that is codependent, because that can, give you tons of grief later on. Think about it before you get into that. You love relationships, you love sex, very libidinal, because your moon is ruled by Mars, and Taurus is very tactile, I told you, very touchy-feely. But you want to control if you're in a committed relationship. Give gifts, take them out to eat, cook for them, give them that massage and that candlelight experience. But you want to control them. This is something you've just got to get over, okay? Nobody can control anybody, actually. Nobody can control anything or anyone. You can just live, right? Now, Taurus, you love to plan your marriage. Don't say no. I know you love to plan your marriage. What you will wear, what your wife will wear, what the day will feel like, what the day will look like. My Taurus clients, they love it. And I'm sure you love it too. Now, the other thing is that you can hold grudges, you can be possessive, and your downfall is you can get swamped with materialism. Too much Venus, too much sweets, too much Venus, too many things, luxury things, organic, top of the line things, too much into everything. So healthy balance is what's needed. You truly embody this earthly experience. Thereby, I want to read to you this quote from Stephen Forrest, my favorite astrologer, and he says, the Taurus is not just about money. At an even more fundamental level, it represents nature itself and the survival resources it provides us. So Taurus is nature, Taurus is Gaia, and it's beautiful. Now, Aries 12th house moon, difficult. 12th house a difficult house. Aries, not a good position for the moon. Great for the sun, not good for the moon. This is the domain of Mars. Moon is cold and moist, and Aries is dry and hot. Yeah, there could be steam, but it could be anger. There could be violence. There could be problems in the way you want to express your dominant self, in the way you want to dominate others and control others, and you can just get angry very easily. So that's something you got to work through. May have had issues with your mother, because 12th house incarceration. Moon is how we emote, how we connect, how we nurture. Moon rules the breast and the stomach, so nourishment. It's how we nurture, how we were nurtured. And Aries is not nurturing, So Moon's lost your childhood. Your childhood probably was difficult. You could have even lost your mother. Your mother was not emotionally available for you. Could have been like some sort of very rough, acrid energy, very harsh energy, very combative energy. Could be jealous, could be competitive with you as well. And the 12th house is basically moving you away from your ascendant, because the 12th house is falling away, right? So it's hidden, it's the unconscious. And having a 12th house fire sign as your 12th house, and having your moon in there could mean anxiety, heavy levels of anxiety, depression, sometimes not knowing if it's okay to feel, if it's okay to show emotion, but it is. And sometimes crying helps, but you're probably gonna laugh at that because you have a Gemini sun as well. So, emotions, not great with Aries, and Moon wants to emote, Moon wants to connect. So that's something you gotta think about, finding the right balance, because Aries and Gemini are friendly. They're more fire and air, yang components, sextiling each other, happy. But there is a semi-sextile with Aries and Taurus. So it's always difficult with the way the world perceives you and your emotions, and 12th house moon can give you headaches. Aries rules the head, so bad headaches, okay? And Taurus rules throat and thyroid. So 6th house Libra from Taurus, which is about balance, pelvis. So pain there if you're not being able to balance your life. Sun in Gemini is a good position. Sun likes to be in Gemini. Gemini is a diurnal sign, day sign. Sun loves all day signs. And the Gemini is the communicator. It's archetype of the communicator. So the archetype of the builder, the archetype of the pioneer, and the archetype of the communicator. Gemini sun wants to communicate. And think about the glyph of Gemini. It is two twins. It's twins. So two people, the higher self and the lower self. So there's always this dichotomy with Gemini. But Gemini is such an intense sign because it's also very spiritual, actually, if you really think about it. And having a Gemini sun is how you want the world to perceive you. So you're great with communication. You could write a blog. You could be a journalist with that Taurus and that Aries thing happening. Gemini is restless. Sun in Gemini is restless. Gemini is also, think about, okay, the twins. So think about also the body part that Gemini rules. The splitting of the arms and the shoulders. Aries rules the head, one. Taurus, neck, one. But Gemini immediately turns to duality, the shoulders. And the extremities, the arms, So with Gemini, with all their signs, there's duality. And you have your 6th houses also, your 6th house of health and hidden enemies is there. And this is the 3rd house sun, which is meant for communicating. You could have an older brother, or even if it's a younger brother, you're probably very close to your brother, and your work could in some way be related to your brother, or your brother could be working with you. Okay? Gemini is about new experiences, not rooting. Aries is not about rooting, but Taurus is. So you've got this beautiful fixed cardinal with Aries and mutable with Gemini. So you are fixed, but you can change, and you can also adapt, because mutable signs are all about adaptation. So you're really good with if you are obviously tuning into the higher vibes, you're good with being fixed when you need to be fixed, being flexible and open and taking charge and doing new things when you need to, because Taurus is stagnant. It can't move. But Aries and Gemini is giving you that impetus to move, try something new, go someplace new, and Taurus wants to just root and stay in one place and eat. But Gemini and Aries don't need huge amounts of food. They can be quite into food, but per se they are not signs that have focused primarily on food. Something to do with agriculture could be right up your alley, and writing about food, or even writing about blogging or vlogging about food or restaurants could be something that you might want to do. Leave me a comment if you like that video. Book a reading with me, and let me know what you think. Thank you.